Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I am Arkayla. I am a shamanic healer, an alchemist and a channel for the Pleiadians and other ascended masters. Today I'm going to be doing an intuitive card reading for your week ahead, and I'm going to be using the Sufi Tarot by Ayeda Hussain. And I really love this pack, it's really beautiful. And I have 5 cards for you to choose from. So if you'd like to select your number and then just go to the timestamp below in the comments, and I will see you there. So group number 1, you have this card, and what I'm getting through immediately is like feeling like you've been broken in half, funnily enough. But no, great change is actually what came through. Great change, feeling like you've been broken in half. But what I'm feeling is that the part of you that has broken away is the old part. You're at a place where you're realizing all of the work you've been doing up till now, consciously or not. You have been on a journey of self-expansion, and this experience you're currently in is really acknowledging that reality. And it's like something had to break to let the magic in, and it's broken. I feel like prior to this, you may have been in a situation that you've been holding on to for quite some time, and for whatever reason, the situation kind of forced you to let go. This was not an easy experience for you. I feel like there's been a lot of pride wrapped up in this, and I don't say that in any way from a place of judgment. I say that simply because, well, I've walked that path. It's part of it. And, you know, our pride is something that we have been conditioned into so heavily. All of our society, capitalism, revolves around personal pride, because the desire to purchase things is mostly driven from wanting to fit in, and that's all around feeling this sense of pride in being part of the group, you know, and it's often built on really false foundations. And this is what has crumbled, essentially. It's this attachment to these beliefs and ideas about the person that you felt you had to be accepted. And this is what's been broken at the core. And in the process, though it's been super uncomfortable, it's been very freeing, very liberating. So what they are inviting for this week is real grounding. So you becoming, really attentive to helping yourself feel as stable as possible in your current environment. So really looking for opportunities to steady yourself and support yourself in where you're at, and develop maybe a routine, they're saying, would be really helpful, so that you can feel this sense of structure that will help you feel secure in where you're at. You are in a good place. It might feel uncomfortable right now because it's unfamiliar, and it's like this fire has just gone right the way through your life, and you're now standing in the ashes. And I feel they're saying, yes, there is a strong sense, you know, that this is all helpful and perfect for you, because you have every intention of being this amazing phoenix. But take it gently, step by step. Right now, comfort, self-support, self-soothing, structure, grounding, steadiness. This is the message for this week. And let everything fall as it's meant to. Do not even try to control the debris. The reason I'm saying that is because there's all these bits here. They're like, you don't have to control where they land. Like, this entire experience is about complete letting go of an old skin that had become too tight for you, and your soul self has been calling in way bigger horizons. But in order for that to come in, the old had to be let go of. It had to be completely transformed, and that is what's happened. So just steady yourself in this new environment, in this new space, and allow what needs to happen to flow, because you are in the current. You are in the slipstream now, and you're being taken to the perfect destination for you. And so trust it. Ignore everyone around you and trust yourself. Listen to your heart. If you feel a bit lost or unsure at times, just ask yourself, what feels right to me? That is going to be your compass. Precious, precious times. I wish you all the very best. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hello, number 2. So this is your card. This beautiful Sufi here. I don't know if you can see, but there are these little water buckets all around the circle that he's dancing in the middle of. And they're throwing water out everywhere. And I bring this to your attention because what's coming through with this card is this sense of flow. So I feel like you're just in this really beautiful place that feels quite steady. And it's almost like your toroidal field, like your personal energy field, is in such a powerful place, and it's just humming. That's the sense I'm getting. It's just like, it's not like you're super elevated and expanded, but neither are you really deeply contracted or uncomfortable. You're just in this kind of stasis, which is pleasant, I would say. And in this place, your eyes are closed, you're just focused within, and you're just you're fine tuning. That's what they're saying. Oh, how yummy. You're like fine tuning yourself to your intuition, to what feels good to you. And it's like you're in the calm of any sort of storm. And it's not that I'm saying there's a storm, but it's like in all the busyness maybe, or all the demands of life are just kind of like circling around you, and you're just in this beautiful calm flow. Calm still doesn't feel like the right word. It's like an actual vibration. You're just in this space in the middle of it, and you're just like attuning to this steadiness inside of you. And you're not sure if it's good or bad. It just is. And feels pretty unfamiliar, but it's like, I'm just going to trust it. I'm just going to trust it and keep myself steady. And it's like all these buckets of water around the outside are all the demands of your life right now. And you're able to just give energy to them because you don't feel drained. Because in the middle of this space you're in, you're being kind of filled up the whole time. It's like you're tapped into source. You're tapped into Mother, Father, Spirit, Sophia, God, whatever you want to call it. You're tapped in and you're attuning yourself. And it's just keeping your energy steady. And in the process of that, everything that's going on outside of you is just manageable. Everything feels manageable. And I'm also being told you're getting a lot of insights right now, particularly on yourself, around your own personal processes, your own journey of self-development, self-expansion. There's a lot of this attunement is a word that keeps coming through. It's like, yeah, you're just really getting deeper and deeper insights into how you operate and how to fine-tune those natural inclinations to operate. So it feels really good. And in terms of this week, they're just saying, just keep going. Just keep tuning in. And any sort of blips that come along, just don't worry about it. Let it all just go into your flow. Just stay in that space you're in. It's super powerful. I feel like there's this, it's like a kind of motor or battery. You're just kind of humming in the middle. And it's like a generator. And you're just, really familiarizing yourself with this very steady vibration. That's it. And it's great. And just listening to what's coming through. Your attunement to source, to your instinct is becoming very clear. like your boat is not going to be rocked easily, and that's what you've been working on. You've been wanting to be super steady in yourself, and that is what is manifesting. So amazing. Enjoy it. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Hi, card number 3. So you have this really beautiful woman here. You can see the mountain behind her. It looks a bit like Mount Fuji. It's this like snow-covered mountain. And notice the sword in her hand and the scales that she's holding up. And this beautiful dress she's wearing with all this gold finery on it. So the reason I picked out all these things is because that's what's been coming through. All these different elements are telling me that you've been in real warrior energy, like spiritual warrior energy in many ways. And the way that's been manifesting is, I've got this. It's like quite masculine energy coming through, and now it's starting to pay off. But it feels this masculine energy isn't toxic. It's been balanced, it's been committed, it's been devoted. And in that devotion, it's like you're starting to reap the rewards now. And there's just these like golden, I don't know if you can see them, these like bits of corn or whatever they're meant to be coming up from the fields, like I guess just after she's cut it. And this is the work you've been doing, this kind of like, I'm just going to cut through, my own limitations. And it's like all this gold dust is coming up to meet you, all this abundance. And abundance is really what I'm getting from this. Like this big, beautiful mountain not only represents a lot coming through, it also represents like any obstacle that you've like overcome. And there's a sense of, I can overcome any obstacle now. And in this, the scales that she's holding up is, I've learned along the way how important it is for balance. I've learned along this journey of devotion, of fighting in a way. I really had this really strong energy of having to fought your way here. And it's like everything the sword can be put down now. You can enjoy the abundance. You have really put in a lot of commitment and focus and drive, and now it's all going to start to pay off. But she's saying, just remember, balance is the key for you, because I feel like you have this tendency to go from one extreme to the other, and it can be, especially with working, like I feel like you could work too hard quite easily, or you could get yourself in like a mental rut about something quite easily. You have a tendency for that, and it's like, I've just got to stick to this and work really hard at it and maybe get a bit obsessive. And she's just saying balance. That's the key. Keep yourself in balance and the abundance will be there. And you'll be able to keep your eyes up and just enjoy what's happening. And all this gold finery on her clothing and her beautiful gold necklace, that's all part of this. It's like you're seeing your own magnificence, the gold that you are, the finery that you are. And and being invited to really take stock of that and enjoy it. And so this week, they are just saying, enjoy and just hold balance in your knowing. If you're feeling out of whack in some way, it's your responsibility to gently bring yourself back into your center, back into balance. So enjoy, have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hi, card number 4. You have this guy here. And so the dervish. What I'm really getting with this card is that you might have been really hard on yourself recently, and it's like you've not been able to see the wood for the trees because the self-talk has been quite brutal, and it's really taken it out of you actually. And I'm feeling a lot of exhaustion in many ways, and like disrepair in your relationship with yourself. And lots of hardness and lots of shadow work. Like there's been a lot of shadow stuff coming up for you. But really, the self-critic or self-critical narrative has been very potent. So much so you've not really been able to tune in with your guides to receive guidance that easily, and it's felt lonely and isolated and unsupported. So I'm sorry for that, but I've been there, and we all have these experiences, and it always helps us remember as we go that punishing ourselves is not the way, and we want the beauty way, which is nothing to do with outside beauty necessarily. It's the beauty way is the soft, the loving, the considerate, the compassionate way to ourselves first. And I feel like you've had this breakthrough yourself in maybe the last 24 hours that you can be kinder. And as soon as you had that breakthrough, it's like the light came on and you're just gently moving back into that softness again. And so I feel like this week is actually going to be a week of restoration between you and really coming back into the deep remembering that you are always on the right path and that you can't get it wrong. What comes up in you it's there to be witnessed and transformed, and you're the blessed soul that is able to do that, and therefore that's your opportunity. And so sitting with the hard stories that come up, bearing witness to them and not getting involved in them, just bearing witness to them will transform them. And remembering that you are a beautiful, magnificent, deserving soul is so important. And to really live up to that remembering and really nourish and love and support and care for yourself. And just remember, self-love is really about how you feel about yourself. It's not going for a massage or having your nails done or your hair done. It's really about how you feel about yourself. And so if you've got some really strong negative stories about how you look or how you show up in certain ways, those are the places that need some love and some attention, and to really come back into kindness with yourself. That's the opportunity here. So sending you so much love, and really excited for you to have a week ahead of you, which is filled with just real self-care, self-nurture, self-loving practices. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, card number 5. This is your card, this beautiful couple here. And it looks like there's a sort of beautiful white dove above you. And I feel like you're in recovery, to be honest. When I first picked this card up, I got grief. And it seems to me that comfort is what is sought right now. And it feels like you are receiving comfort. But yeah, there's this sense of loss, and I feel like you may have recently lost someone, or you might be going through the process of losing someone. And if it's not someone, then it's something, and it hurts. It feels really tender. But they're saying you're so held in this, you're so supported, and there is so much angelic light over you right now, really holding space for you. And the person, particularly if you feel like if you've just lost someone or you're losing someone, what's coming through really clear is that they are fine, and they are on a soul level they're comforting you. They want you to know how much they love you and are holding you, and they're right there with you. So, and if it's that you've lost, I don't know, something more material, they're saying allow yourself to let go, because you're better off, actually. This was a shedding that needed to happen, and it's going to open new doors for you, which will lead you into a happier place. So they're saying be very gentle with yourself, take a lot of comfort. Just seeing what this is. Spending time in nature is really important. So there's something around like natural medicine that's coming in here. So maybe getting some homeopathic or naturopathic support. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be relevant for some of you here. But reach out and get support if you need it, particularly if you're moving through grief. The spirit world want you to know that they are right there with you, and that what's happening is particularly painful because you knew this person. If you're losing someone, you and them have walked together in a past life before, and so what's happening is it's releasing us. Like this cycle between you both is coming into completion. So there's a lot of changing energy here over many different timelines. So this is a very potent healing, potent transformation for you. So just take it easy, go gently. You're very supported. As they said, seek out natural support. Natural medicine is the key here. Whatever that looks like for you, and allow yourself to grieve. Like, give yourself space and time to grieve, because you are not just grieving the loss of whatever is going on right now. This is echoing through many different timelines for you, and so it's really powerful. The more time you can dedicate yourself to it, the more time you can just be present with it, the better. Sending you so much love, and see you again next week. Bye bye.